This is George Valdez, the ShoeDog Guru, and I'm over here in the great Riviera Maya. That's right, beautiful waters, crystal blue waters that you can see everything, beautiful white sands, and it feels great. But let me tell you something about, right now what I want to talk about is you. You as the boss of your retail store. And why I want to talk about that is because sometimes you forget you are the boss and you do things that your employees should be doing. So one thing about that is I understand, look, sometimes you only have a staff of maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe a full-timer or a couple part-timers, but the most important thing that you have to understand is you have to learn how to, guard your time. You have to protect your time because your time is valuable in order to invest it in one thing, and that's generating dollars for your business. Not, not sweeping, not cleaning the, little dust bunnies, the dust off the shelves, doing inventory, all that type of stuff. Those are eating away your time. I know you're saying, but George, I have to do it because I don't have enough employees. Guess what? You do have enough employees. As long as you have 1 or 2, that doesn't matter. The key thing is that you need to invest your time in doing the #1 thing, and that's generating dollars into your business. And that's what? Marketing. Marketing and making sure that everyone else is doing what they're supposed to, especially on the sales floor. Look, one thing, I'm going to give you 3 tips, and I think 3 tips is good enough for right now. And this is this. First of all, you need to have a goal in what you want to do, a goal for your business. I mean, your sales. I mean, how much money you want to take home at the end of the year and have right here in your pocket. Because our job as a business owner is not to do what? Fill our ego, but to fill our pockets with money. That's what your job is to do as a boss. Now listen, I know you have a lot of great staff or, part-timers or full-timers, and next thing you know, they become friends. Next thing you know, what? They start coming in late to work, or they don't necessarily do their duties. So one thing I have to say, you have to have high expectations for every single person that works in your store. And then you have to inspect what you expect. And then what happens is, once you inspect what you expect, guess what? You earn respect. Remember, inspect what you expect, and then you earn respect as a boss, as a leader for your store. Now remember, the #1 thing is that you need to guard your time. And you know what? You need to block that phone, because even the phone can steal time. You'll have more phone calls from vendors, from customers, from friends, from family members. In fact, what you need to do is set a time where you're going to say, hey, from 12 to 2 or 12 to 1 hour, I'm going to have people, you can call me at this time, and you know what? You got to tell me, email me with what you want to talk about, what we're going to talk about, and how long it's going to take so you can schedule your time. Now, I know some of you are saying, George, we can't do that. Why? Because guess what happens? When you're on the phone, you want to schmooze, you want to talk about this, and you want to talk about that. Let's keep it business to business. That's all you have to do, is keep it to business. And if you're going to go to lunch with some vendor, well, then you talk about good times and fun times then. But when you're in the store, it's all about business. And that's what we forget, that business is business. Second, the next thing is you need to create lists. So let's go back here. First is what? You need to protect your time. Let's do this. #1, protect your time. You need to create a time schedule and say, hey, this is when I'm going to be available to speak. This is when I'm going to be available to talk to you. This is when I'm going to have, hey, you want to talk about business? You want to talk about the store when you're talking to your staff? Hey, if you have problems within the store, we're going to talk about it at this particular time, and that's it. Can it wait till then? Yes, it can. Make them wait. If it ain't generating money and it's going to steal your time, they can wait. Now, second is you have to have goals. If you don't have goals, you're shooting for nothing. You don't have no direction. So you're just working every day. You're opening up your store. You're turning off the alarm. You're counting your till and your register. And guess what? You don't know what you got to sell in order to make the goal for the day, in order to bring that money that you want at the end of the year or at the end of the month. You need to have goals every day. You need to have a daily goal, a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and a yearly goal. Because if you don't know if you're following in the right direction, guess what? You're on the wrong path, and it's taking you to a detour. It's taking you to a detour where you don't even want to go, where it's going to eat up your time. Third, make lists. You have to create a list every day, weekly list, monthly list, and you know what? With that at least keeps you on track. And that's what I say, that keeps you on track and going to the direction where you need to go to meet your goal. Remember, create lists. And then once you have those lists, whether it's for your part-timer, whether it's for your full-timer, whether it's for your managers, maybe even just for you. I say just for you too. And the reason why, because once you learn how to be disciplined enough to follow those lists, guess what happens? You'll see the productivity in your business just grow to peak performance, I guarantee you. And peak performance leads to what? Peak profits. It'll continue to drive profits because your time is more valuable than anybody else's in the store. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Nobody will care about your business more than you. Why? Because it's your business. And guess what? Those folks that are working for you, they didn't invest anything inside your business to make sure you succeed. All you need to do is make sure that they're following the list that you provide, whether it's cleaning and greeting a customer at that particular 5 seconds or 3 seconds, how they engage a customer, the training they have to attend, all that stuff is part of the list. Guess what, folks? If you can't invest and focus and create a discipline or procedure or policy that your employees need to follow step by step every day, guess what? They're going to be doing whatever they're going to want to do. And when you do that, guess what? They're wasting your money. In fact, they're stealing your money because they're stealing your time. And remember, you're paying them by the hour or you're paying them by commission. It doesn't matter. If they're stealing your time, guess what? They are stealing your money. Guys, you have to understand it. You are the boss. Do not forget you are the boss. You need to make sure that you delegate. You need to make sure that everyone is doing that job that they're supposed to do. Even the things that, even you can do. And that's a problem. We'll talk about it to a next video, but that's a problem also. You think you can do things better than some of your staff. And guess what? You know what? If you hire dumb people, well, guess what? Who's the one that hired them? You have to hire smart people. You know what? If you got stupid people working for you, it's because you didn't hire smart people. Again, this is George Valdez, the ShoeDog Guru, and guess what? You are the boss, so stay as a boss, be in control of your business, your staff, but more importantly, your time, because time is money. George Valdez, ShoeDog Guru. Yes, see you next video.